John, we're giving you this award, John, for your leadership in making the American Conservative the leading #1 publication in America against presidential wars.
Thank you. Well, that was something. And in the end, all these things take some money, and it's only because of you all that we could do this, and the magazine and myself. Gentlemen, ladies, it's a great honor for me to be here with all of you to celebrate our magazine's survival and place as one of the very few vehicles and voices opposing Washington's war parties, both of them. I thank you, John, for all your kind words. John is a playwright also, with plays on the Constitution that he writes, and his monthly event, you can follow it through our magazine, is always sought after with tremendous speakers every once a month at the Metropolitan Club. His main focus is on the war powers today. John is a Harvard man, and I can't resist repeating what he told me after his last class reunion. His classmates were asked to vote on the greatest threats to America. Number 1 was global warming, and number 10 was war. And as a contrarian, I'm just the opposite. War is one, and the global warming. If we survive war, we can handle global warming. Thank you. Anyway, I became a contrarian very simply. I was 5 years old. Our ship arrived in New York Harbor. It was beautiful, December 1939. And I went on deck. It was very early. I was by myself for some reason, and I couldn't see anything because all the grown-ups were there. But also the ship was tipping over so steep, and I was 5, I thought it might turn over. So I went to the upper deck to match a little bit of weight against the weight of all the passengers. And once I got there, I discovered I could see over their heads and have a wonderful view of New York City. So there's an advantage of the contrarian nature. Our name, the American Conservative, was chosen to wrest back the true meaning of the word, which had become overly focused on family values and neoconservative wars. The very word conservative was a turnoff for young people in America. I've heard many have told me their grandchildren don't want to hear the word, but we reached them. Indeed, TAC was launched with a major funding, relaunched, I should say, from Wick Allison in Texas, publisher of D Magazine. He came to us because his daughter told him that our magazine was the only one that she and her friends would even look at that had the word conservative. So that piqued his attention, his interest. He had been publisher of National Review and put National Review on sound financial footing and many years ago. And then he did that for us. And with a few phone calls, he raised a few $100,000 in Texas. And that got us really rolling into another league. We'd barely been surviving with Scott McConnell's and others' donations. It's especially an honor for me to share the podium with Annette Kirk, who knew my mother and always supported me at the Philadelphia Society meetings when I was one of the rare voices opposing the Iraq War. I might add Lee Edwards also. The Philadelphia Society was founded by Bill Buckley and Russell Kirk and was the most prestigious conservative organization. I would speak up at that and other meetings, at Grover Norquist's Wednesday meeting, at Paul Wyrick's weekly lunch. I distribute copies of the American Conservative. We used to publish every 2 weeks before the internet. I'm going to close now, but I want to introduce my wife Anna, and my sons Kimball and William. Would stand up a moment. Just stand up here. And my wife, my dear wife, I met in Peru. She's from immigrants also, Spanish and Italian. And she helped me, and my children have helped me so much to reach what we've done. And we've been married now over 50 years. Thank you all, and I mean, what can I say?
Thank you, John. Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, what can I say?
Appreciate it. Congratulations.
Yeah, of course.
Thanks very much.